huge, massive hug to every single one of you in this room. So, what is Sisterverse? Let me begin with that. Sisterverse is a monthly meet where we sit and design our lives to get ready for the month. Okay, this is just my way of reconnecting with my entire community. All right, so what are we doing today? Did everybody receive the new sheets? So, one of the promises I made last month is okay, I know for 6 months you've been all doing the same sheets, which is, of course, fabulous because repetition is what actually creates success. But every now and then, our curious mind wants something new. So, this class, so this session, okay? But I'm going to go back to those sheets because those sheets are the OG, the original sheets for designing life, okay? Everyone with me? Able to understand? Yeah? Super. You can just have it as a reference and you can just keep a book or a diary in which you can do this work. Okay. What is the intention for today? The intention is to firstly increase your drive and desire. Okay, so one of the things we women tend to do is because we get disappointed again and again and again in life, we keep reducing our desires according to our reality. But for all of you who are manifesting queens in this world, understand that literally manifestation can only happen when desires are there. You remove all the desires, you cannot manifest because there's no clarity on what it is you want. Then anything God gives you is the right thing. Got it? So I feel like in this world that we live in, for some reason, we have criminalized, we have demonized desires. You shouldn't want too much in your life. Anybody ever heard sentences like that? Oh my God, she's so greedy. She wants everything. She's high maintenance. She's this, she's that. These are all words that were put on women to control us, to label us, to make us small. Every time we got disappointed, we said, Chahiye hi nahi mujhe. Anybody done that with your husband? Asked, got so fed up, said, Ab doge bina to lungi nahi. Because what happens, our energy centers shut down when we get so disappointed. But Pooja, when we talk about detachment with everything, then how can we talk about desires? And I think that's where the confusion lives. So that's such an important question that you're asking because we decided that if we desire something, that means we're attached to it. While the truth is, you can desire in detachment. Rather, the only way to manifest is to desire in detachment. What does that mean? That means I'm okay with getting this or even something better. I'm okay to get this or something different. Now, I'll explain this to you. Okay. If your desires are such that your materialistic needs or any of your desires are above you, let's say your house is catching fire. What are you going to do? Pack a bag full of all the items that you absolutely love? True. What if you had to walk out knowing that, you know what I created once, I can create it a second time? How would that feel? Would that be a different level of confidence? That's what I want you to live with. Attachment has a different kind of a problem, which I don't want any one of you to have. Okay? I will only step out of my house when I have my makeup on, when I have my hair done, when I'm wearing my rings, when my car is fancy, when my house is looking gorgeous. If that's the facade that you need to put up to be liked or to be admired or to be respected, then you know your facade is not you getting the respect, it's your diamond getting the respect. Your diamond should be lucky to be on you, not the other way around. Brands eventually someday should pay you, okay, oh my God, Virat Kohli is wearing this particular watch. Virat Kohli should get paid, right or no? They are lucky that the watch is on Virat Kohli's hand, or is it the other way around? Anytime you wear something, ask yourself, does this define me or do I define it? When I walk out with this, people should ask, Pooja, what kajal are you wearing? Yeah, looks really nice on you. Then I will promote the kajal, not the other way around. How many of you are understanding what I'm saying? Yeah? Till the time we have a spirit, we are spiritual. Till the time we have to feed our body, clothe our body, have a chat over our body, we are materialistic. So anybody who says I'm not materialistic, my challenge to them is go without food for the next 30 days and tell me if you're still not materialistic. What is materialism? the consumption that our body requires. Now, my add on to that is, जब खाना ही है, कपड़े पहनने ही है, घर में रहना ही है, तो why not the best? मैं बस थोड़ा सा ही ऐड कर रही हूँ. या तो होता ना, we could go without materialism, तो I would have said let's detach to all materialism. But now that we are going to do it, then why not the best is my question. But if it defines you, if you ever start to feel that no, today my Maruti is there, but my Mercedes has gone, so I'm not going for my kitty party because you know who, I don't want to be seen in my Maruti. My suggestion, once a month, for those of you who have a Mercedes in this room, take an auto. Remind yourself the ground realities of life. It's so fun. You know, anytime I get ungrateful, I just go for a chakkar to a hospital. Just as a reminder that this can also be our lives. How lucky are we that this is not where we are spending morning to night. One person of yours lands up there, na, you watch all your life goals on the side and you will be doing morning to night duty. How many of you know that? Okay. So when you have only materialism and you don't have any spirituality, then materialism very bad. Guess what my tribe has? Koot ke. Kya hai? Spiritual alignment. If you are in this room, you wouldn't be in this room if you did not have this faith that you can have a better life, that you can and you deserve and you desire all of that. अभी कन्विंस हो गए कि दोनों इकट्ठे जाते हैं, सेपरेट नहीं है कि और बोलूं? मैं तो आधा घंटा और बोल सकती हूँ इस टॉपिक पे. Because my job is to convince you that desires are a good thing. Because can I tell you what is the difference between you and a rock? Rock doesn't have any desire. Therefore, it is something called dead. What is the difference between being alive and being dead? Dead has no desires. Anybody knows about Steve Jobs' book? Stay hungry, stay foolish. When he says stay hungry, what does he mean? Have a lot of desires. So let no one in this world convince you that we shouldn't have desires. Yes, attachment to your desire. Attachment to a particular desire. Godji, send a man amazing in my life who looks after me, cares for me, allows me to be feminine because he's the strong masculine all of us should have. That's one kind of prayer. Godji, I want that man only. Attached prayer. Attached prayers don't work. Detached prayers work fabulously. I would love a house with 4 bedrooms and a garden. Beautiful prayer. I want 7A Panchsheel Park, New Delhi, 1100. Attached prayer. Okay. So anytime you want to follow detachment, start to say this or something better. It instantly opens up your abundance portal. Being content with your past is a fabulous idea. Being ambitious about your future is also fabulous. Remember, if you're not going in the upward spiral, you're going in the downward spiral. Human beings were born for the upward spiral, which means a time comes where the same thing does not give us joy anymore. Anybody knows what I just said? You bought it once, you experienced it once, now you want the thrill to be better. You want the thrill to be better. So that is why content with your past. The first time I got myself a branded handbag, super happy. Next time when I bought another branded handbag, super happy. The 100th time I'm buying the branded handbag, it's just handbag. It's not branded. Okay. Then I say, okay, no. I will buy the next time, I'll buy the limited edition. Oh, now I want limited edition ostrich skin. I'm not promoting any cruelty to animals. I'm just saying what exists in the market. And then I'll say, no, but I also want diamonds around my lock. And then I say, and you know what? You keep growing your desires because you know what? You feel deserving of it. Now, as you spiritually evolve, the chances are once you have the basics, you won't want more materialistic desires. Don't have materialistic desires. Can you have desires in charity? Can you grow your charity every year and keep getting excited about it? Can you have desires in giving? Can you have desires in helping? Can you have desires in impacting? Can you have desires in contributing? Can you have desires in loving your family? Can you have desires in traveling the world? Doesn't have to be materialistic. I lost my materialistic desires 10 years ago. I don't think I have put a materialistic goal on my chart in the last 10 years. Now, I do have investments. So I have gold, I have buildings, I have stocks. Some people can look at that as materialistic desire. Some people can look at it as investments, but it's there on my chart. But I've not done bags, shoes, and all of those stuff in the last 10 years. That came with my marriage itself. I didn't need to earn for that part. How many of you are starting to understand? Yes? So, firstly, I want you to change your relationship with desires, because even to say I shouldn't have desires is a desire, by the way. When you say, I don't want to have desires, I want to be spiritually this thing, I want to be peaceful in my heart, I want to be calm, those are all desires. Now, what you're doing is you're judging your desires. You're saying these desires are good desires, or I'm a good person. These are bad desires. Bad people have these desires. Okay. I think you can be super flamboyant like Richard Branson and yet be completely amazing at heart. And you can be a guruji or a priest in a temple, and you can be a rapist every night. So, if anything, my suggestion, don't judge people for the way they appear, because 90% of the world is wearing a mask. We don't know their facade. They are being all good because good people have a bad side and bad people have a good side. It's been my experience. So we have to go into non judgment rather. The more people these days are getting spiritually higher, the more I'm noticing they are getting judgmental. I don't know, is that what spirituality is meant to be? Oh, I am the only one right. My way is the only right way. There is no other way. Who said that? God itself didn't give itself a name. Call me what you like, just believe in me. So, who are we to be judging? Because of religion, we are creating compartments. Because of countries, we are creating boundaries. Because of, we are only compartmentalizing, compartmentalizing, compartmentalizing. Now, this is my definition of spirituality. To me, spirituality is rising above the compartmentalization of the world. The more inclusive, the more spiritual. The more compartmentalized, the more call yourself whatever. So rather than fighting spirituality by saying the less materialistic I am, the more spiritual I am, that's not the opposite of spirituality. The opposite of spirituality is the compartmentalization. You are black, you are white, you are poor, you are rich, you are this, you are that. The more we can remove the things that we separate ourselves from, that is the spirituality definition. Rigidity, beautiful. So, and everyone in this room who is struggling with desires being a bad thing, I'd love for you to spend a month this month to explore this, all of this. And if you feel it's not your path, please don't walk it. Convince ho gaye ki aur bolu? Okay, at least try it out. Because I feel like one of the ways religion controlled us is to take us away from materialism. But you know, they were so clever, they took all of our materialism. Because I don't know a single poor religion. Is Tirupati poor? What God needs to eat? Tell me. That we are chadawing flowers and this thing and that thing. If God itself has desires, then who are you and me? Is Mecca Medina poor? Is Vatican poor? Is Palitana poor? Which religion is poor? Show me. And God though doesn't even have body. It is in spirit only. We only give it a symbolic body. Are you all understanding what I'm trying to say? To be on earth, you need materialism. It's as simple as that. Now, your choice is, do you want to keep your life simple, minimalistic, or do you want to fill it up? What my life's experience has been is, the more I have taken in the beginning, filled myself up with the things I thought I desired, the more I realized that now I can overcome it because I already got it. So, my style of getting over materialism is not by depriving myself, it is by having enough. That now I want to give to others, I don't longer. What purse I carry, I don't care even 1%. There was a time when it mattered. Doesn't matter today. I'd rather you go through the route of matters to doesn't matter rather than I don't want anything for I am a spiritual human being. Good for you if you are. But please don't be arrogant about that then. Somebody sitting with arrogance because they have a Dior bag, and somebody sitting in arrogance because they feel closer to God because they don't need anything. And both are judging each other. According to me, both are spiritually, both need help. Okay, so let not the good people of the world or the good men and the good women or whatever they like to call themselves try to convince you why you should be materialistically away. Because just notice them. At an underneath level, you'll see they have more than enough. They say it took a lot of money to keep Gandhiji poor. Can I tell you, it's taking a lot of money to keep all these people who from outside are looking poor. I'd rather you own your money, yeah? Let's show the world. One of the biggest mistakes we women made was we don't need. Men became super rich. We are beggars. दे दे महीने का महीने 50,000 तो दे दे टाइम से तो दे दे प्लीज दे दे वही होगा यू कीप सेइंग आई डोंट नीड खाना तो खाना है ना and now we are the beggars of the world. Sorry, I'm making fun of this, but you know what I mean, right? Sorry, I've gone on a totally different tangent, but it was so important because today, when I make you do these sheets, I want to awaken in each one of you the desire to live your best life. I want women to operate from queen energy. Queen does not dream about waking up every morning and saying, I want to do a job, I want to clean the vessels, I want to keep my kitchen clean, I want to cook, I want to do jhadu pocha, I am going to do such a good job of scrubbing my silver pieces. No. She wakes up every morning with the energy to contribute to the bigger world, the bigger picture. How many of you are understanding what I'm saying? Yes? So I feel like we all need to now, as women, we have been represented as the staff at home. That's our representation. Now, our mothers and mother-in-laws took a lot of pride in doing a fabulous job of something that today a 20,000 rupee person can do. So I don't want ours life to be defined by that. I want you to support your man. I want you to be the best mother. I want you to cook if you love cooking. And I don't ever want you to cook if you don't like cooking. Which means I want you to move from the energy of the have tos of the life to the desires of your life. You know, the first 15,000 rupee money that I had started to make per month, about 25,000, right? Back in 2010, 2011. You know what I did? The first thing I did was added a second staff to my house. Because if it is only one staff, then I have to contribute. But if there are two people amongst themselves, they can share the responsibilities. So I got my time back. So the first amount of money I started to make, it was to get my own time back. To get back that time that the family was expecting me to play the role. Did I get criticism for it? Of course. Hello, I live in a joint family. When you keep your driver for yourself, it looks very odd in the beginning. मतलब सिर्फ इसके और इसके बच्चों के लिए एक पूरा ड्राइवर पूरा दिन खड़ा रहेगा. हाँ. Okay. Now all of them have individual drivers, by the way, in my house. Not just me. But because I was the first person to say it, I was the villain. Hello, any pathfinders, any pioneers, any progressive visionaries? From right now, I'm telling you, the first time you give the smartest idea that you're thinking, oh my God, I'm going to help this family, you're going to go, this is what's going to be done to you. कहाँ से आ गई ये और कैसे सोचती है? 10 years down the line, my guarantee, they'll be doing exactly what you are saying right now. And they won't even remember you were the first one to give this idea. Somebody else will say it second time and it will be heard as if it's the best idea. Because remember, the messenger is more important than the message in families. When the correct person says it, it's wise. When the wrong person says it, todegi gar. Some of you know I'm talking about your houses only. Pooja हमारे घर आई थी क्या? हम सब, we are all juggling similar ships, aren't we? All right. So, on that note, today, I am going to let you go a little deep in your desires. Okay. Now, this is my understanding. Whenever in my life I have wanted to take my life to the next level, I don't do it by writing down, I want 1 crore rupees a month. I want this, I want that. You know what I do? I start to energetically live the life of a person who gets 1 crore. So if I had 1 crore, which airline would I be traveling? Maybe I would be flying private. In my head, I'm imagining myself flying private. What else would be happening? Maybe I'll be buying a property a year to create rental. I'll be imagining myself purchasing a property. So I will write out what does the lifestyle of this person look like, and in my head start to visualize that lifestyle. And can I tell you, the more I live in the visualization of the lifestyle of the rich and famous, the more I start to see the opportunities and how to live or get that 1 crore start to come into my life. Okay. So I know, let's begin with 1 lakh. Why 1 crore? Let's say I want to make 1 lakh rupees a month. I won't write my goal as 1 lakh rupees. I will start to ask myself, if I actually had 1 lakh, what would my life look like? Maybe I would have 2 staff standing in the kitchen. Maybe I would have a driver. Maybe I would have a holiday every 3 months to a 5-star hotel resort in somewhere close by. Maybe I would have this. I want you to understand, what can money give you for you to start to have money. I'm opening up your abundance portals today. Okay. When I try to open them up, remember, I'm going to open them up for the next 10 years. Okay. What then we will do is that from the 10-year journey, we will create the 1-year journey. Everyone with me able to understand? So when you're writing out today your list of things that you want, whether they are your beauty list, I have a full beauty list, my skincare routine, this routine, that routine, my hair care routine, my desire to look a certain way, my desire to be natural, so that I don't ever do these Botox and fillers and cosmetic surgery and this and that, and still lose my 5 kilos. All of the conversation that you want to have around with yourself on beauty. I want to look a certain way every morning when I dress up. I want to improve my makeup skills. I want to enhance everything I can enhance without going artificial. That's my definition of beauty. Somebody here may want a nose job. Somebody here may want to do something else. Maybe somebody wants to do facials. Maybe somebody wants to do laser and remove all of your hair. Maybe you want to just go to the salon once a week. You decide. So those are called beauty goals. And then we can go into career goals. Maybe somebody wants a promotion, somebody wants to start a business, maybe you want to write a book, maybe you want to build a team, maybe you want to start to do marketing and sales in a more consistent manner, maybe you want to, I'll write out all my career goals, then family goals, then friendship goals. Today, let's go deep into, if God literally in 10 years, imagine, what would your life look like in 2034? What would be the things? And my suggestion is, don't let any of your monkey mind of how will this happen. I don't even know if I ever want to fly private. What I know is that when you are earning 1 crore, you can. Now, when I get the 1 crore, I can choose whether I want to fly private or not, but I want to write it. Because what I want to do is I want to open myself up to be able to afford the luxuries of the world, but then I will decide whether I want to. I remember many years ago, 10 years ago, I had written down, one day I want to go spend 25 lakhs on all the brands that I possibly think I would like to buy. Okay. And I remember about 5 years ago, I went to the Dubai Mall and went, tuk, 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 swipe, swipe, swipe. So I picked up 5, 6 shoes, 3, 4 bags, this, that. I didn't manage to cross 25, but it was a big bill. Came back home, I'm sitting there with all of the stuff and saying, didn't do anything for me. It doesn't make me dance. If I buy one course of some teachers for 30 lakhs, I dance more. So I realized very clearly that, okay, I need to know what I love. Now I know I love learning from, I love learning exorbitant courses, like courses which no one else can afford, where the teacher will only have 10 people in the room and she'll take us on a 1-year journey. But that's the kind of courses I like to do. These things don't do anything for me. But I wouldn't have known that had I not bought all of that. I thought maybe I'm just depriving myself because I don't get into all of that. No, the truth was, nah, I don't want it. I want you to discover your wants and desires by checking out the life and seeing what I like, what I don't like. You know what I did realize I like? Sunglasses. I didn't know that about myself. I didn't know I like sunglasses. Now I have a collection of sunglasses because every trip I pick up one sunglass, it gives me a lot of happiness. It's not exorbitant like bags and shoes, but it's not cheap either. Each sunglass is quite expensive. It works for me. Okay. What am I doing right now? I'm opening up your abundance portals. This exercise is not to make all of the 50 things that you write today come true. This exercise is to make a better life possible. It's the opening up the possibilities of what can come to you. Some of us are so restricted right now in our energy that the minute abundance starts to come to us, we are already so scared of losing it. We hold on so tight that it actually disappears. Attachment. We have attachment. Who has attachment? Attachment are people who are scared of losing. Only if you're fearful, why you haven't thrown your 2016 30 waist jean? Because you're like, I'll wear it when I lose weight. I will wear new clothes when I lose weight, by the way. How many of you are understanding what I'm saying? Yes, with me? So I want to throw all the clothes that don't fit me right now because if I lose weight, I am getting a stylist and buying the latest items. And I really hope that if you lose, you know how much effort it goes to lose weight? If I lose weight, I hope I don't go back into those old clothes. Okay, one or two, fine. By the way, my scarves are still fitting me from 2016. So I have all my scarves. That's a joke. You can laugh. Yes, with me, everybody. Superb. So, anytime you actually decide to write your things that you desire, you should always start with things that you've already achieved. Because what it does to your brain space is that it makes it fertile because now you believe that you had something you desired that you've already got. Then, when you write what all you want, your brain is not able to say, but you can't get it because you just showed your mind that, you know what, I'm very capable of what I desire to get, I get. So, the first sheet, if you notice, it will say 5 things I've accomplished in a moment. Radhika is going to put some lovely music for all of you. And what I'd love for you to do is spend 2 minutes just writing out 5 things that you've managed to accomplish in the last 6 months. We're doing a reset of the last 6 months. So I want all of you to just write out, and these could be very small things, these could be a big thing. It's up to you at what level, but I need you to put down 5 things that you think you've accomplished in the last 6 months. We are only doing from Jan to June. Radhika, can we have some lovely music for my gorgeous, amazing tribe? Yeah, for those of you who met me in this year, you better have that in your top 5 achievements. So, sheet 1 will say 5 things I've accomplished. I wrote out 4 new countries I visited: Vietnam, Iceland, South Korea, Seychelles. I had a beautiful 1 month with my son in India. He visited after 1.5 years. So that was one of my big accomplishments of having him here for the whole month. And we had a fabulous relationship. I thought we were going to get into a couple of fights, but none of that happened. So it was good. Keeping my weight in the 60s. At least I haven't hit 70. Keeping my weight in 60s is my way of acknowledging the fact that from 2015 to now, for the last 9 years, I've been the same weight. I haven't been able to lose the 5 kilos, but I've been the same weight. I mean, I keep going up, down in that 2, 3 kilos here, there. Those of you who know me and know from January everything that I've been saying, you know that Pooja's life's biggest problem is 5 kilos. And she wants to live with this problem for the rest of her life. But she's saying, God, don't change this problem. Let this only be my biggest problem. If this is my life's biggest problem, I'm happily going to live with it. What an expensive perfume. Lovely. Yeah. I joined a book club. I don't read fiction books, so I've joined a book club. At least isi bahane one fiction I'll read a month. So that is one of my successes of 2024. What are yours? Share with me in the chat box. I got promoted this year. I started making my own course. I've managed to move to a new apartment. Oh my God, that's fabulous. I bought a home. That's lovely. Traveled. Yes, all of your travel, please cover. Any certification, please cover. Healed a lot. I love that. Fabulous. Okay, I want all of you in a moment, if you've gotten your 5 on paper, sit back and start just doing deep breathing. And I want you to just imagine opening up the abundance portals of life. Okay, I want you to just imagine being surrounded with all the things that you desire. Okay, and your desires could be peace, your desires could be a massive community, your desires don't have to be materialistic. So I'm going to leave it open for you to just see that. Imagine it's 2034, 10 years from now. What do you look like? Who are the people in your life? What kind of relationships do you have with them? What does your health look like? What does your fitness look like? What does your beauty look like? In wealth, what are the things you've managed to acquire in wealth? What about cash flow? Your bank balance? Any investments? Anything in gold, anything in stocks, anything in any form of investment that you can think of? What about your business? What about your job? What about your team? Just wanted to keep visualizing as I'm taking you on the journey. Just keep on adding something, something, little, 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 little. What about your brand? Whenever you go somewhere, what do people say about you? How do you get introduced? What about your social media following? Your following, your comments, your likes, your shares, all increasing. Just imagine yourself being this sweet little influencer at whatever level you like. And all of your travel with your family, travel with your friends, travel with your immediate family, travel with your bigger family, travel with acquaintances, travel with a travel company. I don't know. You decide what all you want to travel for. I want to travel once a year to a health farm. I like traveling to exotic countries. I want to travel with just my children. I want to travel with my parents and my children. I want to travel with my in laws' full family. I want to travel with my YPO group. I want to travel with my Chai Pe Charcha group. I want to travel with my different Celestial Sisters forum. I want to travel. What do you think of all of your travel? And what do you think of all the things that give you joy? Self love goals. What are your self love goals? Do you want to go on a trip on your own, alone? How fabulous would that be? Spending time with strangers somewhere in the world. What else is self love? Would you like to do once a week massages? What else is self love? What about coffee with friends? Maybe going for a movie alone someday? Maybe doing some adventurous, crazy things, bungee jumping, skydiving, anything like that that comes to your mind? Or any other form of self love? What about healing? Do you have any healing goals? Is there anything that still troubles you from your past? Is there any trauma that you're still carrying? Would you like to do pranic healing or crystal healing or Reiki or astrology or any Vastu? Anything that works for you where you energetically can command the universe to start to change something that happened but now no longer is being useful to you in your life? What about personality goals? Would you like to add some more charisma to your personality? Would you like to add some more leadership? What about discipline and consistency? How about getting a little more organized and removing all of that clutter? Be on the journey, or any other teacher. Come on, there's such amazing people on the planet right now. Don't miss meeting them. Maybe you have a Guruji, maybe you have someone who's simply fabulous and you've been wanting to go and spend some time in the ashram or wherever else. What about your spiritual goals? Would you like to get deeply more connected to spirituality? Would you like to just be a better human being, add some more charity, maybe get more connected with God, maybe have some rituals and routines around awakening your God or goddess every morning? From lighting the diya daily to having a prayer to repetition of mantras, anything that helps you get grounded, knowing that there's this other energy that is at force and that all of what we do eventually is backed up by what God really wants for us. And what about something crazy? Any crazy goals? Goals that no one else will understand, but you want to put them on your list any which ways? Maybe getting a tattoo. I don't know if tattoo is still crazy. It used to be crazy in my time when I was a young girl, but I don't know. Think of some crazy goal if you have a crazy goal. And now take 2, 3 minutes and just add whatever else you would like to this. Because in a moment, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes. And when I do, I want you to just sit and keep writing, 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 writing till your hand pains. Impact goals, maybe 1 million followers, maybe, I don't know, maybe 50,000 people in your community, maybe a standing ovation, maybe launching a bestseller book, maybe just, I don't know, think of all the crazy things that you can achieve through impact and contribution in the world. Maybe finding a fabulous mentor, pole dancing. I love that. Super. And then, as and when you're ready, just say a quick prayer that Godji, whatever ran through my mind right now it is on you to make sure that all of this comes true. So make God in charge and then come back into the room knowing that in the next 10 years, every dream, every desire, every vision that you just had was given to you as a gift for you to get a glimpse of your future. Believing that, come back into the room. And then I'd love for you to start writing. I filled up these sheets this morning, so I have all my 50 things that I want to do in the next 10 years. I have house with a garden, house on the mountains, house on the beach, this, that, some those kind of things, traveling, rental properties, being a certain weight, having a certain amount of followers, being able to do a plank for 3 minutes long, whatever you feel like writing. Have fun now. Start writing. I've given you so many topics. I want at least 50 things by each one of you. This is going to open up your portal. This has nothing to do with greed, promise. This is not how greedy you are or how desirous you are. This is all about knowing and having that understanding that life is ready for you. Are you ready for life? And don't check yourself as you write. No, no, this won't look nice on paper. Nobody's reading this paper. And when the money comes to be able to buy it, if you choose not to buy it, I'm okay with that. Just because you put it on paper doesn't mean you have to. It just means you should be capable of. You can write it the way you like. I'm not using any affirmations here. I'm not using any. You can write it as I've literally written it as house with a garden, traveling every year, rental properties, being this weight. I've not even put a prefix to it. I'm only just opening up my energies. That's the job of this activity. Just open you up to what's possible for your life. And instead of living a shrinked life, you go and tell one small little idea to your spouse. Just go this much and say, you know what, this time I'm planning for Diwali to buy a new sari for 50,000 rupees. He'll say, what for? I'm just breaking that energy, the what for energy. Because I want it. Oh, that could have been a reason. Wow. Please add charity to it. At least have one goal out of the 50 where you're giving away something. Some of you may have 10. I'm okay with that. This could be long term goals, short term goals. Speaking from stage, receiving awards, having a team, having full time staff. Love it. Now you're all thinking. Whenever 10 is done, put 10 done in the chat box. When 20 is done, put 20 done. When 30 is done, put 30 done. Let's see who hits 50 first. I want you to stretch yourselves and look for things that you can write. Even if you're just writing a fabulous skincare routine morning, even if you're just writing, you know what, doing 10 gratitudes every single day for the whole year. For me, I have one of my goals as swimming every day. Finding a fabulous man. Not for me, saying for you. Beauty with brains, bank balance, richest woman. Wow, love it. Super romantic relationship with my husband, even 10 years down the line. So beautiful. I'm going to just read out all the topics in case you're missing: health, wealth, career, branding, social media, team, travel, legacy, family, immediate family, distant family, acquaintances, immediate friends, larger group friendships, self education, charity, personality improvements, adventures, self love goals, beauty goals. Look. Keep finding something or the other. Even if you write 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3 in each one of these, you'll be able to fill the 50. Any countries you'd love to visit? Any experiences you really are keen on? I want to go see the Amazon jungle. I've been wanting to go and see Machu Picchu. I want to go see the pyramids. I want to go see Eiffel Towers. I want to try the hot air balloon. I want to try whatever is coming to you. What are those things that you'd love to bring into your life? Visit the palaces of Rajasthan, maybe the tea estates of Assam. I mean, our country is so rich and diverse. Each destination is one point or different points, depends on your desire list. If it's coming to you as just travel, put it as travel. If you're feeling like, no, I want to write down at least 10 places I pakka want to visit in the next 10 years, write those. You can have it as 10 points, you can have it as 1 point. Your wish. Nobody is actually stopping you to stop at 50. If you want to write it now, and then even if at 50 you flow more and have 10 extra overflow because you started to get into the zone, yourself make it 60. I wrote 52 this morning. So I wrote till 50, and then one or two ideas came to me when I went into the shower. So I came back and quickly wrote it down underneath. Woohoo! Can I give a round of applause to Harsha got 50 done? Shamira Buhari got 50 done. Fabulous. Let's see. Let's hit our first 10 people who hit 50. Let's get them. Let's applaud all of the ones. Rani got 50 done, rather more than 50. Very good. Zainab got 50 done. Lakshmi got 50 done. Anusha got more than 50. Nupur got 50 done. Sangeeta got 50 done. Abhinesali got 50 done. Nikita got 50 done. Jayashree got 53. Priyanka got 51. Swastika got 55. Woohoo! Some of you are reaching the numbers I've been wanting you to reach. Yeah, fabulous. Okay. How many of you think you can work on this list and keep on continuously adding as and when you keep looking at your desires? Can I tell you one of the most beautiful ways to do desires is to look at what you want to remove from your life? That's another beautiful way of just saying, okay, what do I desire? What do I don't want? We all know very well. Sometimes we don't know what we want, but what we don't want, we know. And in the process of removing that, that in itself will become 3, 4, 5 desires will come from that removal itself. I don't want to be spending so many hours in the kitchen. Superb. What would you like? I would like a hot meal every time I come home. I would love stuff. I would love someone to make new recipes for me once a week. I would love to have someone to do all the purchases of my house. I would love it when I get up in the morning, someone to make me my bed, tea, give me my coffee. I don't know. Think of like what you don't want and then look around that. Are there 5, 7 things you can think of that you can add just in the process of removing what you don't want? Free of all medicines, love that. So if you want to be free of all medicines, what kind of life will you then have? Be able to go hiking with my children, be able to do that, be able to do this. What does free of all medicines mean for you? What will that do to your health? What will be the things that you can't do right now that you can then start doing? Is it okay to go above 50? I insist. I am saying go to 100. You know, there was a teacher, Jack Canfield has this book, story in Chicken Soup for the Soul book, where there was this coach in America, in a school, in a college actually, who put his 101 things he wants to do before he dies, like a bucket list in the coaching locker. And he had put very unique things in that, like meeting Lady Diana and going in a space station in NASA. He put like things that were almost as close to impossible to achieve. And as his students started to progress in life, they remembered that list because he had them on the locker where in the front for everybody to read. And some child who got access to NASA actually put him and took him to the zero gravity area of NASA. Another child took him for something else, and by the time he died he had all 101 complete. And the story is there in the Chicken Soup for the Soul. It's a real story. And he says the only reason I was able to achieve it because I shared it with the world. Hello, people with nazar? Any nazar people here? अयो मुझे तो नजर लग जाएगी. Pooja, can you share yours with us? Yes, I can, but mine doesn't have any of these very tremendously NASA kind of things. Mine's very settle my children, love them, travel with them. My motherhood is lot. My parent, being with my parents, spending time with my parents. I think out of the 50, 25 of mine are just family orientation. I'm obsessed with my in-laws family also and my parental family also. So for me, I define myself in relationships the maximum. So it just depends on the kind of person you are. So reading someone else's for the sake of ideas is great, but reading someone else to judge yours, I'm only scared of that. Okay. Now, had I made this same list, or when I did have made the same list 10 years ago, you should have seen how obsessed I was with my career. Everything was about money and impact and contribution and tribe and community and helping the world. And I was in that zone at that point. Okay. Today, I'm far more relaxed because that area of my life, God has been very kind to me. So I feel like while there's a long journey ahead on what I want to do, I feel like the base is already strong. Okay, but my children have now entered the age 2024 where I know the next 10 years to them is super crucial. So if you see my list, a lot of it is how I'm going to support and help them establish themselves. Their shadis, their lives. Okay, now what I'd love for you to do is to whatever level your list is ready, that's fabulous. I'd love for you to just go into the list and start to put 10, 5, 3, 1 OG. OG is ongoing. Okay. So I want you to divide your list by just writing in front of each of the points. You're just writing, this will take about 10 years, this will take about 5 years, this will take about 3 years, this I can achieve in the next 1 year, and this is already an ongoing goal. Can everybody just go back and in front of each of your points, just write, like, for example, if I talk about a house with a garden, that's my 10-year goal. I'm in no hurry for that goal. It's a 10-year goal. It's a far away goal. Okay. Marriages of my children, 5-year goal. It's not happening in the next 5 years. It's still 5 years away. But there are some goals which are like ongoing, building my community, building my brand. Those are all ongoing, right? Some things will be 1 year from now, becoming 63 kilos 1 year from now. In the next 1 year, come on, pray for me, everyone. Pooja, kabhi to banegi 63 kilos. Kabhi to hoga. So now go spend time. And I want you to figure out how fast the faraway goals. Do you have more faraway goals? Do you have more ongoing goals? What kind of goals do you have? Just first analyze your sheet. And then we'll pick up your 5 favorite goals from these 50 that come in under 1 year. Okay. Something that you can achieve in under 1 year, those that you have 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, not the 3 years, not the 5 years, not the 10 years, then we will take 5 out of this. Please repeat. In front of every goal, you're marking it as a 10-year goal, 5-year goal, 3-year goal, 1-year goal, or an ongoing goal. Which means, is it a very far goal? Is it a distant goal? Is it a semi-distant goal? Is it closer? Is it quite close? It's possible by next year, this time I can do this. I can lose 5 kilos by next year this time. Come on, I'm not going to put it as a 3-year goal. Okay. So, whatever your believability tells you, how do you know it? Because you believe that. You feel like this is a big goal, put it a little far. You feel like this is an achievable goal, put it a little close. Some are ongoing goals. Working on my marriage is an ongoing goal. It doesn't have a start, it doesn't have an end. My ongoing goal takes 5 years, but I have it as just put OG-5. The destination achievement will happen in 5 years, but it's an OG goal. Of course, all goals are OG goals any which ways. If you feel like your destination point is only 5 years from now, put 5 and you can put OG to 5. Somewhere you can put 3 to 5 years. Somewhere you can put 5 to 10 years if you're feeling. You're just kind of like giving yourself a map or a timeline around how you're going to receive all that you have now commanded the universe to give you. OG means ongoing. Goals that don't have, let's say for me, writing gratitude, if it's one of my goals, it's an OG goal. It doesn't have a beginning, it doesn't have an end. Let's say I've written loving my pet, doesn't have a beginning, doesn't have an end. So if you have some goals that are feeling like they're ongoing, there is no, it's just about becoming consistent in them, then you just put OG in front of it. If it's a consistency goal. Oh, thank you. Yeah, some of you are noticing I have straight hair today, no curls. Rarely I keep my hair straight. How about if I want something right now? The right now goals are your 1 year goals, which means in the next 1 year, you're planning to achieve them. That could be in the next month, or it could be in the next 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. So, any right now goals are your 1 year goals. Oh, so cute. Yesterday, also in the Insta Live. Yeah. So, day before was an event for which I straightened my hair. So, yesterday, Insta Live, and today, hair is straight. I find straight hair very flat. So it becomes very flat here. So I don't tend to do a very flat hairstyle. But the amount of compliments I've gotten yesterday and today, I'm now reconsidering and thinking about experimenting with straight hair. Do we need to write it in present tense? Your wish. So I'm not playing the manifesting game with you today. I'm playing the clarity game with you today. Okay. Just getting clear on your goals. How to manifest them, we'll discuss next month. Okay, what to do with these goals, we will discuss next month. Today, I just want you to open you up. Some of you are so tight, you're so attached to those one or two goals that you're desperately trying to achieve that you've forgotten that universe has its own power. And when you open up your receiving, and how do you open up your receiving? When you open up, imagine all of this can come to you and you're thinking so small. I'm making your thinking big. You know, Walt Disney had said this, that it takes the same amount of energy to have one goal or to have 50 goals. Then why not have 50 goals? Actually, what he had said was that it takes the same amount of energy to have a small goal or a big goal. Then why not have big goals? Big goals are manifestation goals. All goals are to be manifested. That we will speak about next time. Today we are just opening you up for पहले भगवान को बताओ तो सही कि चाहिए क्या. The Bible says, ask and it shall be given. But you know what? I remember Oprah Winfrey said this so clearly. She said the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people are successful people know where they are going. Successful people know where they are going. That means the more clarity someone has on what they desire, the more the chances of them getting it. But 90% of the world operates with this, that if I have desires and they don't get filled, I will be so hurt, I will be so disappointed that I won't be able to live. And because of that, what we do is we kill all our desires. God put desires in us, we remove the desires. When we are not attached to our desires serve us. When we are attached to our desires, we become the slave of our desires. So don't get attached to this list. This list may come to you in different ways. You may have one plan of how you're going to get the house. I don't know. Maybe one rich millionaire neighbor of yours has been observing you for the last 5 years and loves the kind of person you are. And he, in his will, leaves his house to you and his pet cat. I don't know. Anything can happen. How many of you know that anything can happen? How did I get my car? It was a gift from one of my clients who had paid me my amount. But he was so grateful for what I had done for him that he organized with Puneet, got a red carpet put in my not my basement, like in my garage area. And when I went down, he gifted me a Lexus. I was like, whoa. Do you know what I had actually written in my list? In my list, I had written that I wanted an imported car. That why should only the men in my family get the imported car? Why are the daughter-in-laws getting the Indian car? But how to fight in the joint family? So God created his own way of making sure I have an imported car. So cool. I don't know from where you're going to get it. It's going to come in such weird ways that you're going to just look at the life and go, this was either a coincidence or a miracle. I don't know what to call it. Live by passions is saying you're blessed. You are blessed. Start to call yourself blessed, because God is going to make true whatever you call yourself. You call yourself jinxed, you are right. You call yourself blessed, you are right. You call yourself miracle child, you are right. You call yourself horribly unlucky, you are right. You are always going to be proven right, because your mind will send out the frequencies of your body. And if your body is not high frequency, none of this is coming. Superb. Now, homework. Everybody ready for homework? Okay. Choose 5 of your goals. Okay. Choose any 5, ideally from your 1 year list. So don't choose the ongoing, don't choose the 3, 5, and 10. I just want you to work with your 1 year list. Okay. So I'll just read out to you my, in the next 6 months, goals that I'm going to be working on. Okay. My one is travel with family. One is to lose 3 kilos. One is to nurture 5 different groups for different purposes, which is my forum, my coaching, my CPC, my trainers, my golfing wives. I have so many friends groups, but I don't have time for them. So I've been lately thinking that I should nurture a few of these groups, do something at least once a month with each group. Once a week, one thing is also more than enough. Okay. Record all my level 2, level 3 programs and have them set so that I can only show up for my Q&A. So just all of these things I want to achieve in the next 6 months. Now I want you to write out what's going to be. Once you have your top 5, put top 5 in the chat box. This is within 6 months to 1 year. Okay. For identifying your top 5 goals within 6 months to 1 year. Can it be more than 5? Yeah, of course it can be. But my suggestion is for today, just keep it 5. At all times, normally you shouldn't work with more than 5 goals. It gets very confusing. And now for homework, you're going to be doing what for. So this is going to go into homework. Take any one of your goals and ask yourself, for what do I want to achieve this? How is this goal going to change my life? And just write out one. Let's say you've chosen any one. Can you all please write at least one why for one of your goals? Why? Why do you want to achieve this? How will that make you feel? Why is this important to you? Can you explain one example? Okay, let's say I'll take my losing 3 kgs. I want to lose 3 kgs because I want to wear belt over my pants and I want to tuck in my white shirt. I want to look super hot and sexy. I want to lose 3 kgs because in the process of losing 3 kgs, I also get a chiseled chin. Otherwise, this double chin keeps showing in some angles. So then I take this brown contouring gel and I just apply it. I don't want to be using contouring gel. I want my that kind of face. So my 3 kilos will help me in that. My 3 kilos will help me in hiking with my children. My son said, Mom, when I go become 70, I want to take you on every trip with me like the way you take me right now. So you better be capable of doing the walking and not be that auntie ji at the back who are saying, "Aa jao, thoda sa to jaldi challo." So I hope for that reason also. So what is your why? So my why is to look hot and sexy, to have a chiseled chin, to when I go on stage, women should feel inspired looking at me. Yeah, they should go, "Hi, kitna fit rakha hai isne apne aap ko at 50." That'll be a nice sentence. Why only inspire people in inner work? Why not inspire women in outer work also? I want to inspire other women. I want somebody to say, I don't want someday some woman coming and saying, बात तो बहुत अच्छी करती है बट पेट निकल रहा था स्टेज पे थोड़ा सा. So what's your why? And your why is personal to you. It may not make any sense to anyone else. Maybe you're looking at my chin and saying, कहाँ है double chin? वो सिर्फ मुझको ही दिखती है. So it's your personal why. Okay, last 2 sheets. What kind of person do I need to become to achieve these goals? There are 2 sheets right in the end. And one sheet says, what do I need to be beware of when I'm becoming what I'm becoming in the pursuit of what I want? Okay. Now, the reason we are scared to have dreams and desires is not so much because we don't want all of those things. It is because we are scared of who we will become in the process of getting these goals. So remember, all goals in life have one universal umbrella purpose. And the one universal umbrella purpose for every single goal that you have written today is to make you a better version of yourself. Now, if you can use all of these goals and in the process become more amazing, become more kind, become more loving, become more giving, become more awesome, become more peaceful, become more abundant, wouldn't that be fabulous? So, write in one of the sheets where I'm asking you, what kind of a person do you want to become as you achieve these goals? Write out all the things that are coming to you that you'd love to become. More disciplined, more organized, maybe clutter free, maybe kinder, maybe more leadership, like more commanding, more standing up for myself, maybe being able to set better boundaries. I want you to think of who it is you want to truly become. And I want you to do the other sheet side by side. So you're going to keep both of these sheets. And if in your mind it's coming to you who you don't want to become, write that out also. You know who I don't want to become? A mindless scroller. How many of you are noticing that social media is consuming so many hours? And while you're studying topics that may be of interest to you, but that dopamine hit, some of us are waking up in the morning before we are even brushing our teeth, we are checking our social media. I don't want to become a mindless scroller. I don't want to become an emotional eater. The days I work very hard, I feel like I deserve noodles. By the way, noodles is my weakness. So I'll be like, आज noodles बना दे, आज carbs खाऊंगी. For what? Okay. So I don't want to become an emotional eater. I don't want to become too isolated. How many of you notice one of my top 5 goals is to nurture some of my friendships? Because I tend to just become so happy with my own company and my divine energy that I just want to be with me and my God. And then first I will want to get invited for the party. When the invitation will come, I'll say, hi, kab jana padega. Anybody in that category with me? Hello, ladies above 40, you know what I'm talking about, no? पार्टी पे इनवाइट ना मिले तो भी गंदा लगता है, बट पार्टी पे जाना पड़े तो भी गंदा लगता है. बेसिकली हमने तो दोनों तरफ से अपने आप को वो कर दिया है. Yeah, I want to be invited everywhere, but I don't want to go anywhere. But if you don't invite me, that's the party I want to go for. If I didn't get the invite. Then what else do I not want to be? Arrogant. Whatever said and done, the more spiritually evolved you get as people, the more there is a certain amount of arrogance that naturally starts to come into your body and your personality. And I really hope, by the grace of God, I'm surrounded by such level headed parents, level headed husband, level headed children, that they will just bring me back on earth very quickly. So it's so important to surround ourselves with the right kind of people who don't let us become arrogant. I don't want to become a spendthrift. You know, after a while, when you have a lot of money, sometimes what happens is you start to take that money very casually. Earlier, you would have thought 2 times के हाइंस की केचप खरीदूं के मैगी की केचप खरीदूं. एक टाइम आता है when you start to go, चलो दोनों दे दो देख लूंगी. That means you stop valuing money, and I really hope that money बहुत हो, but 50 रुपए का भी फर्क पड़ना चाहिए तुमको. Till the time you learn, you value every rupee, you'll never, money will never lose respect for you because you didn't lose respect for money. So very important that in your journey of success. So these are all the things I don't want to become. I don't ever want to become careless with money. कि फर्क नहीं पड़ता दोनों ले आओ. Now, if I want to buy both out of choice, I can. But I shouldn't do it because I don't want to use my brain space because I don't value money. I definitely value money a lot. I have not had any issues with money. By the grace of God, money is very kind to me and I'm very good with money. So I've not had that issue, but I put it down any which ways because I always like to remind myself that, you know what, I don't ever want to become that person who doesn't care. Now you write. What is all the things you want to become in the journey of success? What are all the things you surely don't want to become on your journey of success? Some people become rude. Some people become, too intelligent and they start to fight with people on their righteousness. Some people just become careless with people. Some people become careless with relationships. Some people become careless with health. They start to take their health for granted. They become disrespectful towards the spouse. I want every woman of mine to make more money than her man. But I want you to learn to respect the man beyond the money that he has. He should learn to respect you for beyond the looks that you have, and you should respect him beyond the money that he has. The day that happens, patriarchy will collapse, by the way. Because patriarchy's pillars are money for the man and beauty for the woman. Can I have 8 goals for 1 year as these are important to me, not able to find 5? You can have 8. Okay, I just like to give you guidelines. Can the 50 be 100? Yes. Can the 5 be 8? Yes. Can I write 6 sheets on my why? Yes. Can I have only one quality that I want to become and one quality that I don't want to become? Yes. You use these sheets according to your own personality, okay? There is no hard and fixed rules. These are just guidelines that if all of you do this much, it will work for everybody, majority of the people in the room. Beyond the majority of the room, you can design your own journey. Why can't you have 101 things instead of 50? Why can't you have top 10 goals instead of 5? Of course you can. How to stay motivated all the time, most challenging thing, how to fix it. I don't think we can stay motivated all the time. What I do know is the things that are important to us will come into our life. The things that matter to you are already there in your life. And if there is something that is in your life that's happening that is not important, you haven't made it important enough. Some people desperately want money, but they don't have it. That's because they are desperate. Start to work towards it like a goal of 700 days rather than 70. Think long term, think the whole picture. We are in such a hurry to achieve everything. Focus on process rather than result. Get the process right, the result will automatically come. I'm not a big believer of motivation, I'm a big believer of knowing your why. Why do you want this? And when you write out your why and it's not coming true, it's because your why is not strong enough. If I tell you right now, run from here till Timbuktu, can you run? No. But if I told you run right now because your child's house is on fire and he's inside, you will run wherever God tells you to run till. So sometimes important goals haven't become urgent. You make them urgent, you will start to achieve them. Either they will disappear because it was a should goal, or it will start to happen. So if you're not able to do something, ask yourself this question: why am I not doing it every morning when I know I should? Because if it's a should goal, my losing 5 kilos is a should goal. If I don't lose it and die like this only, nothing too bad. Right or no? So that is why I don't achieve it, because it's not a desperate goal. I'd love to have it, but nothing changes in my life if I don't get it. That's why my why is not strong enough. Correct or no? But you see, community wise, you see how strong I will be. Look at all of you coming back month after month after month. Because my why is very strong around the mission I have for you all women. And you feel that energy, so you get drawn back. I have no doubt in my head that any goal I set in my career, it'll come true. Any goal I set in my weight, I will keep looking for motivation. Because the real truth is the big why or the real why is not there. Now, each one of you, if something's not coming true, it's a should goal. It's not a real goal. Because real goals, we don't need any outside motivation. We are inspired from within. When my husband used to be sitting and watching TV every night, I used to be sitting and creating courses in the room. When he used to be going out partying from 2010 to 2013, I didn't touch alcohol because I said I'm on a mission to build content. I can't be brain fogged. Nobody needs to inspire me to not have alcohol. I will immediately leave it the minute I know I'm doing something important in my job. When I travel, I love my drinks. When I'm in Chennai, no chance. Soda, water, soda, water. Every party, put one lime, people think it's vodka. I don't need to tell anybody that I don't drink. So don't work with motivation. Work with creating this desperation inside yourself for really, I don't want to die ordinary. Ask yourself, do you want to die ordinary? God made you a Ferrari, you're okay living the Maruti life. Come on. Look at who we've become. Look at who you are in the mirror today and go, wow. The world deserves to know I lived. The world deserves to know I lived. And when you start to operate from that energy, what outside motivation are you going to need? Superb. Okay. Thank you so much for coming. Bye. Ciao. I'll see you next month with something new, something fresh, and something to repeat. Yes. Love you, love you, love you, love you so much. Keep yourself inspired. Keep going. Don't be ordinary. Leave that to 99% of the world. We are the 1% of the world. We are the reason that when someone meets you someday and says, Pooja Puneet's tribe, I could tell by the way you walk. I could tell by the way you talk. I could tell by you didn't look ordinary. Your aura spoke to me. That should be my tribe. You know, when my tribe goes into success gyan rooms, people can tell that's Pooja's tribe. Men will come to me in change makers and different rooms like, God, your tribe's connection is something else only. And I say, yeah, that's true. We are creating a different world for ourselves. How many of you feel it when you meet me in my live energies? You know this, right? That we are creating a different world altogether. All right. Bye, everyone. Love you so much. Thank you for coming. Have a great day. Ciao.